Hello and welcome. It's Ruth here, Artful Stampin'. Welcome to the first Christmas challenge of 2019. The Christmas Stampathon has begun. So the theme for this month is upcycling, recycling, reusing, that kind of thing. So dig out your scraps from December, because I'm sure you've still got some lying about, and figure out what you can make with them. That is basically the challenge, and it's to make 4 cards or more, and I'm sure that it will be a great way to make use of those little bits and pieces that are lying around. So there's Denise, there's Ellen, there's Rosalie, and there's myself taking part in this challenge, and we've got links below for you to go and see all the other creations of these wonderful women who love Stampin' Up as much as I do. So this is what I made. I basically dug out my scraps, had a look, and kind of grouped them into maybe kind of colour themes, and then got sticking really. I also ran some random pieces of cardstock through my Big Shot, and so I had some texture pieces because I thought that would be quite fun to use as backgrounds or as other pieces. And so here I am assembling it all together and doing a bit of tearing, which you can see here, and then just layering lots of different DSP, bits of just strips that I'd cut out, circles, all sorts of things. It's really fun to kind of try this type of challenge because you end up putting things together that perhaps you wouldn't normally go for, and you end up being driven by just what is on your table, and it can help to kind of push your creative juices a little bit more. So it's definitely something that I would recommend you do. This month, it's just so happened that I've done quite a few scrap videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're new to it, please do have a look back on some of the recent videos that I've put up. Some of them have been lives that I've recorded and had various people inputting. So do feel free to fast forward some of those because they can be rather long. But I hope that it just inspires you to dig out your scrap basket and get gluing and just make cards for loved ones. That's the whole point of our hobby, that we make cards to give away. So yeah, go for it. Please just go for it. So here I've torn up a piece of doily and stuck elements of it behind some of the matting layers. And then I actually even cut up a card that I'd stamped that was just sitting in my scrap pile doing nothing. So I thought I'd cut it up and actually use it here. And you may notice that some of these cards that I do, I don't add the sentiment until the last minute because I haven't quite decided what I'm going to put on there. And that is a really good option too, that you could make some of these cards now and wait to see what stamps you have available come nearer the time where you're going to send them, because some of the Christmas greetings may be particular to family, or there's just you want a particular sentiment for a particular person and you don't know who you're going to give that card to right now. So don't feel you have to put the sentiments on. Just make the cards, keep them in your stash and stamp them up nearer the time. So this card ended up with a little bit of a kind of rusticy green theme, and I love teaming different types of pattern together and just seeing the juxtaposition of the music notes against the floral, against the plaid, and by layering up different patterns, I love the way it just highlights each one. Because if I'd laid plaid next to plaid, the plaid would have got lost. But laying it next to something else, it kind of highlights it. So do play around with texture, with contrast, and opposite colours perhaps. So like like I'm using here, the red and the white. It's such a contrasting combination. Now this card, yes, it's ended up very red and white, very Christmassy, and I found a piece of stamping that I'd done. I'd literally just stamped some sentiments all over a card. I don't even know why I did it. It was in my scrap pile. I obviously felt I didn't want to throw it away, and it came in really useful. And then I matted and layered it on another piece of red DSP and then on another white piece, and had that as a central focus. So I'm digging away there to try and find some extra pieces, and you know, just have a play around, see what you've got, and have a punch to hand. Punches are great for using up scraps. Even like the most used piece of cardstock, I can end up getting out some little stars or flowers or hearts from, and keeping in a little baggie, and you know, keeping it for a rainy day. So here we go with another one, and I love teaming turquoisey colours with red. So this, I have to confess, was one of my favourite colour combinations, and I just tore that paper to create a bit of a, you know, a bit of a kind of different edge, I guess. So don't be afraid of just tearing up paper and sticking it on. I've seen this technique used a lot with scrapbookers. They would mat and layer behind a photograph. So just go ahead, try it out, see what happens. And then here I sort of isolating one of the sentiments by punching it out and making a feature of it by putting it behind another colour. Well, I have a play doing that. I can't remember what I ended up doing. We'll have to watch and see. Oh, there we go. I'm layering it against a red and then a white circle. There we go. So I keep in a little box, well, I say little, it's more like an ice cream tub, a big ice cream tub, lots of circles. So this winter, or over the last few weeks, I've been having a really good clear out and tidy up and sort out of my craft room. So I've ended up with a ice cream tub full of circles. I have scallop circles, I've got squares, tags, labels and bunting, leaves, butterflies, hearts, so that when I'm doing a project or if I'm doing a class, I can just grab and go with my little boxes. So I had a rifle through my circle one to find the circles on this one. And then I use that gorgeous sprig punch, which is still available. That's definitely not gone. It is still available from Stampin' Up as of January 2019, as I'm speaking. So if you love that punch as much as I do, please do get hold of it. So I really enjoyed making these, and I hope that they have inspired you to get your scraps out. And if you want to see more close-up pictures, then remember you can go to my blog, artfulstampin.co.uk. So here I decided I would put some sentiments on. So that one says Merry Little Christmas. And I think I used that one several times. And I decided to highlight that one by stamping on a scrap strip of paper that I grabbed and stuck that one there. So these cards are going to go in my stash, ready to send off the next few months. Well, not next few months. Around October, November time, I'll start thinking about my Christmas cards. And so do join in the fun with the Christmas Stampathon 2019, because if it's anything to go by, like last year, we all ended up with some fabulous things to give away. So here are the final cards. And I look forward to seeing you join in on the Facebook group. The link will be below. And I look forward to seeing all your wonderful creations. Take care for now. Bye.